Whew, all right. What's up, y'all? All right. If you know, by the time you see this video, you know what's going on. But for those who don't know, by the time this video is up, it should be up sometime soon. Um, Akira Toriyama has passed away March 1st. The information about it was live. Well, it got presented. It got announced, not presented. My bad. Um, it got announced about it March 7th. Um. Oh, and also like this video is also not monetized. I also want to make sure I say that too, because I don't even know, because I don't even know like if I'm even at the sub rate to even do monetization with videos, whatever. But even still, it's not. Um, it is. It's insane. I I never thought like the day would like actually happen yet. You know, like don't get me wrong. There, we our in life, we have our time, and when it's time to go, it's time to go. But sometimes it's like it's so hard to even think about like somebody like as impactful as like him, like Akira. Like this man has literally created everybody's childhood, like with Dragon Ball, Dragon Quest, Blue Dragon, Chrono Trigger, and Mr. Slump, and just many projects that he's worked on. And I want to preface this by even going bigger on Dragon Ball, because like, bro, without Dragon Ball, I wouldn't be who I am. And that's just real shit. Without Dragon Ball, without Akira, I wouldn't be who I am. I wouldn't like most of the stuff. Like I wouldn't be into anime. Like I know y'all hear, a bunch of people hear that story that without Dragon Ball, you know, they wouldn't get into anime, but it's true. It's true. I'm gonna tell y'all like my first time actually seeing Dragon Ball. My first time actually watching Dragon Ball was when it was when Goku went Super Saiyan 3 for the first time. That was so crazy. Like I remember, I think I was like 5 years old, and I was on Toonami, and and then I seen like Goku about to show Boo, like Super Saiyan 3. Then he like, I'm telling you right now, like that is probably one of Sean Schemmel's best performances as Goku, like going into Super Saiyan 3, because it was so crazy. Like it was like just seeing Goku like go Super Saiyan, and then like the clouds and just going towards him for energy. The whole earth is shaking, and just everybody's like reading his energy, and they can't even fathom that the fact that like, yo, that's Goku. Like, you know what I'm saying? This is Goku. Um yeah, and like ever since then I've been hooked. I've been hooked. Like I've told my mom plenty of times, like, I want anything Dragon Ball. Like it's funny enough too, because the first Dragon Ball game I remember actually playing was Budokai 2. Budokai 2 was like the first Dragon Ball game that I've got. And then my second one was Budokai 3. Now Budokai 3, it was a bit hard to get Budokai 3, because, well, it wasn't hard, but it was like I had my god cousins, like they were able to get Budokai 3, and then I wanted that, you know what I'm saying? Like I wanted that, but my mom, she was like, you gotta wait. It was just, man, but Budokai 3, ever since I played it, it became like my favorite Dragon Ball game of all time. And then Dragon Ball, like, it helped me make friends. Like, it helped me connect with people. Like, like people weren't into anime like how they were back then. Yes, we know that. like, and I know some of y'all probably heard the story of like, anime when it comes to school, they had to keep it on the low, keep it on a secret. It was a little bit different. Like in my school, it was like if it's not nothing Dragon Ball related, it's not cool. But even still, like Dragon Ball helped me like make friends. Like some of my best friends that I know now, we connect the most when it comes to Dragon Ball. Like it did a lot for me. It did a lot. It's so hard to just think about like somebody that big passing. And there have been times where like I ain't gonna lie, I thought about it like what happens when the day that like he passes? What happens? I, I don't even know. Like literally when I heard that news, I was in the middle of a live stream and then like I was just shocked. Like I'm over here playing Phasmophobia with my homies and like one of them she tells me like, yo, like Akira Toriyama passed. I was like, what? Like I froze. Like I was like, nah. Dragon Ball will forever be my favorite anime of all time. I don't care what nobody tells me. Dragon Ball will forever be my number one. I don't care. I don't care if you don't like the story. I don't care if you don't like the care. I don't care. I don't care. Because at the end of the day, without Dragon Ball, most of the animes that you would know about or like about would not be like as put on to the Western without Dragon Ball. I will die on that hill. I don't care. So it's just like I love Dragon Ball, man. It's such a good anime. It's so fun. The characters, just everybody, bro. Just everybody, bro. Like all those characters are just so dope to just look at on screen, man. Dragon Ball is just so iconic. It's so crazy. It's so crazy that like one show could form so much different ways, not only in animation, but in music, in fashion, in in acting, in like just many different forms. It's just like how can you reach that into a certain legacy, bro? And it's also like we never really know Akira like for him doing like anything really public or any public like events and stuff. He's been always somebody that's always been to himself. And you know, I'm praying for his family and his friends, and just seeing that like how everybody is just hurt from this and really just mourning of this and just in pain of it, but also looking back on the good times they had a moment with Dragon Ball is I think what Akira always wanted. He I feel like he always wanted to make something that could form a community that could make something that could put people together. And Dragon Ball was that piece. And that he will forever be a legendary man. That is a legendary manga artist. Just you can't like no matter how like you try to replicate it, you can't do it. Cause nah, man, it's Dragon Ball. It's Akira. Akira Toriyama is just the one and only. He's very inspirational. Like to me, like I'm like if y'all don't know, I'm an artist, and I used to always draw Dragon Ball a lot, like when I was a kid. Um, and um, so like when I was like still learning how to draw, I got better, and eventually, like, yo, like, you know, I got good. And it's funny because like a couple weeks back, I drew I drew a little like funny piece of me and Goku on like a dinner date that I got requested in my Discord. It was really funny. It was funny. It was goofy, just like here and I was like, okay, but then I just drew it and it was still dope to see that. But honestly, man, like, um, what's just I don't know. It's just it's insane. It doesn't feel real. But if I could just say one thing, um, Akira, thank you so much for giving me a childhood. You made me who I am today. Your work, your craft, it will always be remembered. So no matter what, Dragon Ball will never die to me. I'll tell my grandkids what Dragon Ball is. I'll tell my kids what Dragon Ball is. So, Akira Toriyama, thank you. Yeah, you really gotta appreciate it.